Hi, I'm Davina. This is my channel. This is gonna be my first video. Hello. I I really wanted to create this channel because I don't see a lot of people who talk about YA books, like actual YA fantasy. I feel like most of the books are about smut or really adult fantasy, and I read kind of neither. So I wanted to start this video or this channel with my favorite books. This is gonna be so long. I didn't realize how many favorite books I had until I started pulling them out of the shelf, and I'm like, I have a problem, and so I don't know. I'm gonna start with the ones that I have closest to me. Again, I'm really good at giving recommendations. I feel like I am the friend that other friends come for recommendations. So yeah, I am so nervous. You know what? This video is gonna end up in the dungeons one day. But and this is, oh my god, this is the question and answer. It's from the Walking Chaos trilogy, and when we came out I think 2 years ago, it was horrible adaptation, very bad. I've never seen that bad of an adaptation before. This is, the plot is weird. It's uh these people are, this is a new planet, and I'm explaining this but the point is that we have our protagonist Todd, and he is all the men in this world, you can hear their thoughts, and our other protagonist who is Viola, and they are going, there is kind of the first book, that's the knife of never letting go. It's the first book, but to me this one was the best one. Again, this is pretty dark. Dark. Check the trigger warnings. Obviously it is fucking dark as hell. It's about a lot. I don't even know how to explain it. It's Viola and Todd kind of go on this adventure to they're being kind of followed, hunted in the first book, and in this book things unravel. This is my favorite book of the series. No, this one and this one. If you like the Hunger Games, not the Hunger Games because it isn't at all like the Hunger Games, but the vibes of the Hunger Games, you would like this book. And if you like the Poppy War and the vibes of the Poppy War, you would like this book as well. It's very dark. Check the trigger warnings. These books get very fucked up as they go. The first book is yeah, hope, everything's gonna be alright, we're gonna make it out. And these books just get darker. It's insane. And this is YA. So to me, it was insane how dark it got. It was insane. The other, oh my god, I have all the books piled around me, so if I have to disappear, it's because I'm getting them. The other one is the Mara Diary trilogy. Again, I went into these books knowing almost nothing about them, so I will do the same favor and just say that these girls are one night playing the Ouija board, and the Ouija board, one of the girls asked the question of when am I gonna die? Or what am I gonna die off? And she says Mara's name, that's our protagonist. It's very good. I recommend it. I think it's very, I don't know, because I got into books 2 years ago, or 3 years ago now. I feel the reason why I didn't hear of this book is because I wasn't on book talk during the time, but these books are amazing. If you like philosophy, I would recommend them because the author does a few references to philosophy, and I really like that. I felt very smart when I was reading this. I don't, I keep saying I'm gonna read philosophy books, and I never do. Yeah. Again, the first book was good, but the second book, The Evolution of Mara Diary, is to me the best one. These are my tabs. It is amazing. They're an amazing trilogy. I think the author has been in a controversy lately. I don't know. So if you will buy them, I would recommend them buying them thrifted to not give her any money to her. But they are very good, and I would still recommend them. Again, I'm trying to talk fast. One, because it's my first video, and two, because there's a bunch of books to go through, and I didn't realize it until I started picking them off the damn shelf. The other one is The Black Sun. This is my only, no, it isn't my only favorite adult fantasy, but it is amazing. It's, if you liked, I don't know how to say this, but if you are a girly that is into morally gray love interest, you would like this. I don't say that the romance is very little. Don't go into this for the romance at all. Don't do that. I thought this book was gonna have no romance, and I was very surprised, and I loved it. It was amazing. It was it's it follows many stories. It follows Serapio and other characters that I don't remember their names. It's very cool. I recommend it. I'm realizing that I'm not really explaining that well, like the summaries of these books. Just believe me that they're good. The third book isn't out yet. It will be out in August. It is a trilogy. It will break you, I feel like. Like, even I that haven't read the third book, feel like the third book is gonna be, like, very sad, and I'm just not prepared for it. But again, there's 2 love stories, but again, the romance isn't the main point, so don't read it because of the romance, or you won't like it. But again, I really recommend it. It's very fucking good. Again, it's adult fantasy, so it's difficult for me to explain the summary, so just know that it's good, and it has, like, romance. It's nice. It has everything. Like, and it's based on, pre-colonial America, so it has a lot of really cool things that I really liked. It's a beautiful story that will break me once the third book comes out, because this is so not gonna have a happy ending. So if you don't like that, maybe you shouldn't read it, but really good. I don't have the Ballad of I don't have the Ballad of Never After with me right now, because I love paperbacks and I only buy books and paperbacks, so mine doesn't arrive until like April. So I just have this one right now, so this is the one I'm using. I feel like everybody knows about this book. Like, this is like a standard to talk about. But if you haven't living under a rock and you don't know what this book's about, it's about Evangeline, and she ends up doing a deal with Jax to with like the Prince of Hearts for a wedding not to happen, and things just go down from there. Like, she ends up having to go through the winter, what was it called? The True North. Sorry, I am so dead when it comes to, like, explaining books and their summaries. Yeah, they end up going to the north. She ends up going to the north. It was very good. I think everybody loved this trilogy. You can read this. I feel like you can read this without reading the Carnival trilogy. I didn't. I read the Carnival trilogy before I read these, and I really did like the Carnival trilogy. Like, I would recommend the Carnival trilogy, but you can read this by itself if you want to. You don't need to. Again, my copy doesn't arrive until, sorry, I felt like someone was saying my name. It won't arrive until, my Ballad in Never After copy won't arrive until April, so tragedy for me. But yeah, they're very good. I feel like everybody talks about this book, so I'm not gonna go into heavy detail, obviously, because I feel like everybody has talked, like, it's everywhere. So okay, I'm very sorry for, like, the horrible lighting and you having to see my shoulder every time I'm gonna get a book. But these two that are, like, I don't know what this duology is called. Oh my god, I'm so dead. So, actually, I can't give a summary for these books. I remember, when BookTok started, they were very popular, but now I literally hear no one talking about them. Like, it's insane how they, like, disappeared from the earth. Like, what happened? They were everywhere. So, this is a retelling of oh my god, I broke some, the Arabian Nights, I think it is. It's about this girl. I was never able to pronounce her name right. It's my biggest shame. But she wants to kill the man who killed her best friend, so she goes to the palace to kill him, like, become one of his wives. And the way that she keeps herself alive is by telling a story every night, but they end up falling in love. This is one of my favorite books ever. Like, it's one of my comfort reads. I will say that this is very, like, I don't know how to say it, but it's not, like, an intellectual, or, like, it has this, like, when I was rereading this, it is very much a comfort book. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is prime literature. No, it's a YA fantasy romance, because the main point of this first book is the romance. Even of the second one, it's still, oh my god, backwards. It's still mainly the romance. Again, I feel like most of the books that I've shown are very well known, so I'm not giving any good. But again, these books are amazing. They are everything. If you like desert settings, because I love the desert settings, I feel like more books should have deserts on them. You will love these books. I really ate them up. I read them after I read The Poppy War, and it was the perfect thing to do, because The Poppy War had destroyed me, and then this kind of healed those wounds from that trauma. Oh my god, I have books everywhere, because books are everywhere. Well, this is already 9. I'm trying to talk very fast. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. I just nervous, and I have a lot of books to get through. I did not realize. And some I don't own. Like, some of my favorite books I don't own because either I don't like the covers or I just don't own them. This is Six of Crows. Like, I feel like I wouldn't put this would be weird if for me if I reread these books like 5 times and I'm planning on rereading them soon. I adore them and they are everything. And if for some reason you don't know what they're about, it's about this crew of 6 people that have to go on like a heist. That's all, like, part of me, that's all I want to say, but they go on a heist for a lot of money, and it's everything. There's romance, intelligent people, amazing character development. It is everything. Again, I'm very bad at explaining what these books are about. Like, it's a crime how bad I am at explaining it, but they're very good. We have 6 characters, Inej, Cass, Wylan, Matthias, and Jesper, and they all and Nina, and they all have to go on this heist to find this kid because of them. Like, again, I don't want to spoil, but they're all very cool. I adore them all. I adore these books. I reread them too much. Like, I'm planning on rereading them soon, so I recommend them. Everybody should read them. They're amazing. If you haven't read them, where are you? Like, I feel like it's impossible not to read these books about how popular they got and everything. You know, my favorite book wasn't this one. It was actually The Stolen Heir, but I don't own The Stolen Heir, but I do own The Prisoner's Throne. So this is the one I'm going to talk about. Well, I'm going to act like this. Imagine this is The Stolen Heir, not The Prisoner's Throne. This book, like, The Stolen Heir was one of my favorite books of, like, last year. It was amazing. I really loved it. I'm one of the few people that like The Stolen Heir more than The Cruel Prince. I will say the way that you know if you're going to like The Stolen Heir more than The Cruel Prince is if you didn't love The Cruel Prince, but you liked it. You're probably going to love The Stolen Heir. Again, I didn't love this book. Part of me wants to do, like, a whole video on it because it was, like, once I have The Stolen Heir, I might do a video on it because I really want to talk about this book and, like, everything. So yeah, again, The Stolen Heir, the summary. The Stolen Heir is, like, about this, again, it's kind of spoilers it's about Ren, who is this lost queen, kind of, she's living in a forest, and Oak, the Prince of Elfhame, comes and asks her to go on a quest with him. It's mainly, if you like quest stories, because I love quest stories, you will love this book, like The Stolen Heir, because it is very much a quest story with romance and a lot of tropes that I love. Like, it was amazing. And then this book was okay. Oh my god, I have so many books. Like, you don't realize how many favorite books you have until you, like, just pile them up. I don't actually know. This is Doom. I was very surprised when this became one of my favorite books. Like, I will always be like, how the fuck did this become one of my favorite books? Because I'm not a sci-fi girly. I don't like sci-fi that much. I don't like it that much because it turns to be kind of sad and depressing. Like, the Walking Chaos trilogy that I just talked about is very kind of dark. So I don't love sci-fi, but I love the Doom. I act like this is a standalone. I haven't read none of the other books in the series because I know what happens to, like, all these characters. And I know that, like, everything goes to shit after, like, this book. So, again, I really love Doom. Doom, again, you can't really explain Doom. It's weird. Like, a friend asked me to explain it, and I was just like, I don't know what to tell you. It's Doom. It's Doom. So, Doom is about this, it's like billions of years ahead of us, billions of years, and there's this planet called Doom and the Sandworms, and, like, this house, the House Atreides, is being moved to where the spice is being produced, and things just go to shit things just unravel because of what the house, like, they make the House Atreides go to Doom, and that fucks up a lot of people, including them. It's very good. I will always be surprised at how much I like this book. Like, it was insane how much I liked it. Like, I thought I was not gonna like it. It took me a month to read because I was reading, like, I read it in audiobooks, so I was reading, like, an hour a day. So it took me a while, but I finished it and it was everything. And I really recommend it. Everybody should read this. Everybody should read this. But not everyone. I will say Doom isn't for everyone. It won't be everybody's favorite book. I think it was my favorite book because of Paul. and things that happen in general. I don't want to spoil. So the other two books are sorry, my throat's like dry as hell. I don't have any water near me. Our Dark Duet. Both of these books were perfect. They were everything. I think these are my favorite books by V. Schwa and Vicious. But these were two the mainly I love them. If you like Cass and Ines, you might like these. Or if you just like cities and monsters and like all the things that come with the city, you will love this. You will love this. This is actually, I can't explain the summary for this one. This one's about the city that every time someone commits a violent act, every time someone commits a violent act, like a murder or robbing, I don't know robbing, but like anytime someone commits a violent act, a demon or a monster will come out of that violent act. And our two main protagonists are Kate and August. I forgot his name for a minute. He's a Sunai that he comes from like a genocide or a really big tragedy. Like he's not human. And Kate, like they're both, this is kind of, I've heard from someone this is like Romeo and Juliet retelling, but I'm not sure. And, you know, these books are amazing. The city's like divided, kind of, like there's like Kate's side and like August's side, like they're both the kind of the children of two of the sides, and it's very cool. I'm just gonna say read it. I feel like it's very underrated compared to other V. Schwa books. They were very good. I managed to get these covers because I don't like the new covers. I think they're kind of ugly, so I got these. Thank God, because I really don't like the new covers. I find them very ugly. Sorry, oh my god, all the books are like now very far away from me. So not they're far. So this is The Iron Raven. I feel like The Iron Raven is like a book that comes from another series at The Iron King. It's like fairies. Like I always say, if you like the world building in The Cruel Prince, not the characters or anything, but the world building itself, and you liked how the type of fae world that it was, you would like this series. Again, this is like you have to read a series, 2 series before this, and it's very good. It's about Puck, and he's, again, I didn't love when the series went. I did love the first book, that's this one, but after the first book I really do think it wasn't as good. So it is my personal opinion. So but this book was really good. There's like a romance. The romance was very good. It has one of my favorite tropes. It's like assassin with a trickster. I thought it was very good. I recommend it. It was amazing. I need to get some water. Again, I am talking so fast, I feel like, and you know, I forgot I had this book in my lap. This is, I can't read that word. Really ironic that I'm talking about books and I can't read that well. Really, I have never been able to know what that word is because I'm dyslexic, so most of the books I read are an audiobook. All of them are an audiobook, but manga. But, you know, this book is the second book in then duology. This book was everything. Like, I will die on the hill that this should be more popular. It's amazing. It's, again, I can't say anything about this book because it's the second in a duology, but I will say the summary of the first book. Like, the main protagonists are, I forgot her name, but it's Malik, who is a refugee, and the princess of the kingdom that he's trying to get to. And his sister gets kidnapped, and he now has, like, he does a deal with a demon that if he kills her, he will be able to get his sister back. And it's just, that's what I'm gonna say. This is the second book, even better than the first one. Like, this author, every trope that I love is in this book. Like, every single one. It was insane how many of my favorite books were in that. So how many tropes were in this book. Like, it was amazing. My pile of books is about to fall, so I have to, oh god, I'm literally here. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Is that I put the books very far away, so I'm like hella. Is this the Legend of Villains? Yeah. This is a retelling of Peter Pan and the Beauty and the Beast. I don't like retellings of Beauty and the Beast. I didn't realize it was a retelling of Beauty and the Beast until I was done with it. This is a love story between Peter Pan and the daughter of Captain Hook. It's a lot. It's good. If you like Once a Broken Heart, you will love this because it's literally the love interest is the right amount of morally gray in my point of view. Like, it's everything. It was very good. It's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and it's very good. If you like trickster love interest, you would love this. The plot is that her father gets kidnapped, and she goes to get him, and then she gets kidnapped. Again, it's Beauty and the Beast, so I didn't I feel so dumb because I did not realize that was Beauty and the Beast. Like, it was insane how I didn't realize it was. Like, it was extremely fuck how I did not. The next book is The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. This book was amazing. I am a vampire girly, like I love vampires. But I only like vampires in romances or any, like vampires with themselves, I'm like, But in general, The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, it's vampires. It's about this girl named Tiana. She is in a party and she wakes up in a bathtub and everybody else is dead, but she's alive. And a vampire tied up and her ex-boyfriend is turning into a vampire. That's all I'm gonna say because that's all I kind of got. Again, it's like a quest kind of book, so I really loved it. The love interest, like, I tapped it a lot. It's one of my favorite books ever by Holly Black. This one are my favorite books by her. It's the best vampire book that I've ever read, I feel like. So I recommend it a lot. Again, I'm trying to be faster because this book is being long right now. Shit, I have to like. Well, this book is heavy. This is a fanfic that does not exist anymore, so I kind of didn't want to recommend it, but I will mention it. This is a fanfic that I printed out. I didn't sell it or buy it or anything, no. Like, I printed it out myself, and it doesn't exist anymore. Like, the author was being copied, so she kind of erased the fanfic from the earth, so this fanfic does not exist anymore. It's non-existent. It's not a thing anymore. It's kind of sad because one of my favorite fanfics is a Tom Riddle fanfic. Do not judge me. Between Eleanor and Tom Riddle. Again, I don't want to go into like the summary because it doesn't exist anymore. I have a copy, a physical, like, and I have it, like, I downloaded it, so I have it on my phone as well, but it doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. So yeah, I'm not gonna. It's a Tom Riddle. It was amazing. If anyone can find this author and tell her you were amazing, you wrote the best fanfic ever, I'm just gonna put it here because the books are literally as like falling out of my lap. So the next book is the Arch Nemesis. And Supernova as well, but I don't want to pick it up. I said I feel like the books are falling out of my lap. These two, the first book is very slow, I will say that. Like, if you're trying to read this trilogy, the first book is very slow. It is very slow. Like, I was having a hard time getting through the first book, but these books are worth it. They are amazing. This is like the best enemies to lovers I've read in like my life. I love the trope when one of them doesn't know their enemies. That is my tea. That is everything. That is everything to me. Again, these books are amazing. They're about superheroes and villains, and our main protagonist is like a super villain kind of, and she ends up becoming a spy and like entering the school of superheroes. It's very good. I really liked it. There's everything. These books are everything. They are the tea. They are the wine. Again, I feel like they're very popular, so I don't want to talk that much about them. There's just 2 books left. I literally left my shirt to pick them up. That is the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. That, again, my favorite books are this one and the second one. These two are my favorite books. After these 2, I feel like the series, it wasn't the same because I feel like she stopped balancing out like thriller and romance. Like, it became a lot more romantic and less, like, I like when the authors balanced like the romance stopped becoming a soft top and it became the main plot, and I didn't love that. Again, this is when I first started having this, but it's a little crazy. Again, favorite books is about this girl, Audrey Rose, who wants to become a not a forensic scientist, but she wants to open dead people. And this is like, and murder started to happen, like during the time Jack the Ripper, so Jack the Ripper's around and she has to work with this dude to solve the mysteries, and it's very fun. The second book to me was a little better because it's very dark academia. I really liked it. Again, I really like these 2 books. After them, I do feel like the series fell a little apart for me. I didn't like it as much. And the last book, this video is so long already, is the Lockwood I'm gonna say all the Lockwood & Co series is my favorite ever. Like, there is no bad books in that series. The show came out, and if you saw the show and you were sad it got, like, I might do a whole ass video about the cancellation of that because that was horrible. That was a war crime. That was a crime against humanity because that show getting canceled was not it. And Lockwood & Co is about it's a middle grade series, but this made me laugh so much during a hard time that I was having in my life. Like, this really made me feel happy. It's about ghost hunters. Children, like, only children can see ghosts in this world. It is very cool. It's everything. Do I have any books left? Again, this video was so long. I was trying to, like, not make it this long, but damn it. Don't mind all the books around me right now. Well, this is my first video. I hope you liked it. I feel like I talked very fast. I'm sorry for that as well. I've been apologies for everything. But yeah, I'm really good. Anything, like, I might do a video of recommendations next. Whatever you guys would want. I don't know. I'm really good with recommendations, so I'll try to leave my Instagram linked below if I learn how to do that. So if it's there, I actually made it. If I didn't make it, it's because I couldn't do it. So RIP. But in general, thank you for watching if you're watching, and goodbye. This is so weird to me.